Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to your weekly guidance. Wow, I am seeing pile 1, pile 2. That's not feeling right. That's the one there. Isn't it funny how they just really do speak to you? They kind of sing from the pack. So those are our 3 cards already. Beautiful souls. We're doing a reading today. This is really weekly guidance. I post these readings every Sunday. We ask for an immediate message, what's really important for you to know right now, and then we look at the 7 days coming, so the week ahead. Let us look at the card for pile 1. You have Breath, Puma. This is what this card is. And we then have the card of Coagulation. And then we have the card of Rotation. So these are our cards for the week to help you, to guide you, well, yeah, to guide you into whichever reading or readings. I know some of you, it's more than one reading through the week. Now, if you already know which of these cards are speaking to you, you can zap straight through to the readings because the timestamps are in the description. However, if you want a little bit more information, we're going to draw runes, a rune for each one, and also a charm as well. So pile 1, your charm, you have a cat, and your rune is, you have the rune of Nathus. This is the rune of constraint. Okay. Then we have the rune of protection. This is Algiz, and you have a beautiful butterfly. Stunning. This is for pile 2 and pile 3. We have the rune of flow. This is Lagos, and a beautiful spider. Wow, do you get this? Look at this spider in the middle and another spider here, spider charm. How amazing. Okay, so that's pile 3. So beautiful souls, I hope you're all doing okay. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to leave the video running just for a minute or two to give you a little bit more time. If you need it, you can always press the pause button too, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. You have the rune of constraint, which suggests that patience is required. But you know, your card of breath, what's just channeling through really is, I'm really hearing take a breather. You know, slow it down, take some time out, actually, maybe. I sort of feel this is, it's almost with the cat, it's almost sort of telling you, you know, life will you know, revitalize itself in some way, shape or form. You will be revitalized if you just take a breather, slow it down. There's something to be slowed down this week for you in some way, shape or form. Maybe it is just you slowing down, just pausing for breath. But let's position your card here and let's draw oracle cards and see what we are shown for you. May we have information for now and for the next 7 days for my beautiful pile 1. We have 3, I'm seeing 4 for you actually from this pack. That is 1. Okay, we have luck is on your side. Wowza wow. Seriously, seriously wow. If you are watching this video, this weekly guidance, on the day that I upload it, and thank you, I know some of you follow these readings every week. Thank you so, so much. I'm so honored to be reading for you. But we are about to have a new moon in Sagittarius. Right, seriously, this is big. This is big. Okay, let's place this over here and look at your oracle cards. Wow, wow, and more wow. So we have wide open. We have spark. Okay. We have heal the ouch. And we have intention. And what do we do on a new moon? We set our intentions. We set our wishes. I was always taught it was what we used to do when I was little. If we picked a dandelion, we would blow the seeds and you'd count them, and that would tell you how many wishes you could make. Wishes and intentions. Oh my goodness me. The energy with you this week. This is a timeless reading. So in all honesty, you can come to these readings at any time that you want guidance. You know, they're there on the channel. You can scroll down, whiz through, just find a reading that's right for you. There's a ton of readings anyway as well that answer specific questions. But if you're just needing guidance in the moment, you can touch base with these. But if you are watching this right here and right now, at the time of this new moon, or if there's any new moon coming up, which of course there will always be within a relatively short space of time, there is a new moon that is primed for you to make wishes and set intentions. Absolutely primed for you to do that. And this is really saying, step away from the busyness of your world. Give your full attention to what you are wanting to manifest. If there is healing to be done, if there is anything within you that you're not okay about, this is the time to slow it right down. Take time away. If we think of the law of attraction, tells us that where we place our attention is what we are manifesting. It's what we're creating. You are being asked to really have full awareness of the energy of the new moon that is closest to the time that you watch this reading. If it's now, as I've uploaded it, luck is on your side. It is the new moon that's about to happen. Do check out my moon month videos as well if you're passionate about manifesting with the moon. And thank you all of you who've been buying my 2024 Manifest with the Moon diary and journal, because they really are tools to help you to manifest with the lunar energy. Take time out. You can create a new life for yourself, or any area of your life that you wish to regenerate. The cat, I really heard 9 lives as this came out of the bag. 9 lives, and also this take a breather. Press the pause button. This rune speaks of, it's not just patience, but being diligent, like paying attention to the details, like really crafting your new moon wishes and your new moon intentions. They are different. The new moon wishes and intentions is why in my journal, do check out my webinars as well on how to use a diary, a moon diary. If you have any diary, you don't have to use mine, but if you have a moon diary, it will show you how to use them. I'll see if I can put a link in the description box for you. Now, but going back to that, wishes and intentions, it's why in the journal there is a page for every new moon through the year to write 10 new moon wishes and 10 new moon intentions, because they are different. Wishes are, it's what you're wishing for, what you desire, sending your wishes into the universe here. Intentions are what you're going to do. So if for example, your wish is to, I don't know, easily finish your novel, this is a hypothetical example, then actually your intention is, and I intend to allocate at least 10 minutes a day to write. You know, I will put my bum on the seat and I'll do it. So they're different. Intentions are very much, I intend, I will do, I will commit to. So that it's kind of linking when you do wishes and intentions. You pull it all together. You can create, it works for manifesting, because manifesting isn't just throwing something into the universe and sitting back and assuming it will be delivered into your hands. We have to often initiate things or take actions along the way. Wow, 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 and more wow, pile 1. Take some time out and seriously craft your wishes and your intentions, because I think they can be activated and very, very fast potentially. Let's draw more cards to see what we're shown around this. Oh, look, it's like the spark. You can ignite. You can ignite something. in some of the Abraham channelings I've listened to, they talk about, you know, having a rocket of desire. It's like, this is like the ignition. You know, if you've set your wishes and intentions, it's like putting the spark to something and it just takes off. So you are primed, pile 1. This is your primary message, actually, and this is what's being shown for you for the next 7 days. If you're watching this in 6 months' time, just check out when the next new moon is, and really, really invest your time in crafting these wishes and intentions. Let's get more cards. May we have more information for my lovely pile 1, please. May we have more information. Shah of Swords. Can you see how chilled this is? This is the King of Swords in a traditional pack. I've fallen in love with these cards. I absolutely adore them. I love the energy of them. He is honestly the most chilled out King of Swords I think I've ever seen. But can you see the way this is exactly the message being reinforced? You know, what you think is what you create. Can you see these thoughts, this energy of movement, of motion hanging above him? And this is all about thought. You know, the swords are all about our capacity to think. They're all about our mind. I am seeing this one for you, and actually this one too. Okay, we have the card of the Lovers and we have the Tower. This is what these are in a traditional pack. Wow. It is sort of saying to you, look at these beautiful wings above the Lovers. It's like your wish is my command. It's got that magic about it. And of course, breath is all about magic. Every meditation that we begin with, we almost always, you know, all sorts of wisdom traditions ask you to center upon your breath. Okay, get focus upon your breath. I would like to say meditate upon your desires and your wishes too. I think they're happening really quickly. When we have the Tower card, it's like bingo. It's like a thought. It's blessed. You put it out there. You focus on what you want. You meditate upon what you want. You hold that in light. You put it out there and bingo, it happens. That rocket of desire. Like lightning strikes. Wow. There's something you really desire. You would love with the card of the Lovers. Something, this is really as well, I think, saying, you know, when you write your wishes and your intentions, really, really craft them. Really think about the bestest and the most highest priority, and get really detailed. There's a, excuse me, do you please excuse me, I still have the odd little cough coming back. I had laryngitis for a long time and there's still like occasional niggles, so I do apologise if it enters the readings. Now, there's a really good book I was going to say. I will put a link for you as well below. It's written by Jan Spiller about setting new moon wishes and intentions. It's a really good book if you want to get really expert at setting new moon wishes. Then this is honestly a fabulous book to read. So it's actually, I've put it at the back of the journal of my Manifest with the Moon Astro-Moon journal, which really does teach you all about the 13 moon cycles through the year, and focuses on the different energies and the tribal wisdom and the Celtic tree law, all sorts of things. But anyway, digressing. But at the back of that book, I've actually got a book list written in there of books that I would recommend, and Jan Spiller's New Moon Wishes is one of them. So I'll put a link for you in the description box as well. Right, note to self, must remember links. Okay, let's just draw a little bit more, a few more cards just to ask for any further information. But I actually think your reading is really clear. It's really, really clear. It's immediate guidance. It's saying take time out. Get so focused on what you want. Don't let anything else get in the way. Don't let your busy life get in the way, because it's really, really going to then happen quickly. I'm actually just going to take those 3. I think that's what's being shown. And we have another 3 here. How interesting. I feel like this is almost like maybe the before and after. Maybe, excuse me, may we see. So we have the Devil. We have the Page of Swords. Oh, look at this. And then we have the 6 of Cups. My apologies. This is releasing yourself from something. Heal the ouch. Yeah, in your wishes, my beautiful souls, there's a little bit of detailed information here about setting your wishes. When you write wishes, I feel like I'm giving you all sorts of instruction on setting wishes. But if you're setting 10 new moon wishes, for example, if you, let's say you have an inner block, or you have a wound or something you're aware of that stops you from, maybe blocks you from having something you want. If your first wish is actually, I wish to easily remove any inner blocks to my greatest desire, then what you're doing in order is like putting out a wish that first of all removes the obstacle, and then you ask next. Let's say you wanted a relationship, the love of your life. And we have here the 6, so we have something being offered to you here. It's like a proposal. If you're in a partnership and you'd like your partner to propose, or whatever it is you wish to be gifted to you, okay, and your wishes, if you first of all set a wish that says, I wish to easily remove any blocks to having da-da-da, XYZ, whatever it is for you, okay, and then you make that request, you know, I wish to easily attract da-da-da, XYZ, whatever it is, I wish to easily accept, you know, easily open myself to receive, whatever it is for you. I'm kind of giving you all this information, which I hope is helpful, but wishes are, if you set them in a particular order, it means you're kind of like paving the way. It's like you remove the blocks. Again, Page of Swords. This is that focus. You get your mind really focused on what you desire, and then you open yourself to receive. So it's almost like an order of 3 wishes here. You know, I wish to easily remove any blocks. I wish to, I don't know, attract the love of my life. This is a hypothetical example. You know, I open myself to receive that. I wish to be open and available to notice if the love of my life approaches me, or to have the courage to let our eyes meet, or whatever that may be for you. But can you see where I'm going with this? Hopefully you can. And then I think what happens, we've got the Emperor, which is very, very strong leadership. So we've got a flow of energy coming into you. The King of Wands, he's the master of manifestation. So this is about setting those wishes in a particular way. And then the Emperor, the King of Wands. So we've got, it's kind of like the universe is going to respond. It's going to take charge of this energy, bring it to you. And with the Hierophant, I also feel this is talking about your intentions. I almost feel we've got wishes and intentions. The intentions are what you need to do to then allow that to actually flow. So you take charge, you make a very clear commitment. With the Hierophant and the Emperor, you make a very clear commitment to anything you need to do. So it's like, if, for example, I'll just use the same example, but this applies to anything. But let's just say you want to attract the love of your life and you've never had the courage to join a dating app or something. Well, then your commitment might be, and I commit to joining a dating app, or I commit to going to more social events, or I commit to whatever it might be. Or if there's someone you really like, I commit to actually reaching out and saying something to them. You know, and not walking away every time they walk into the room, because it happens, doesn't it? If there's someone you really like, we often, you know, if you go to a party and that person is there, you'll probably talk to everyone in the room except the one person you really want to talk to. And this is sort of having the courage to do that and saying, I'll follow through with this. I will go over and I'll make a conversation. So it's got this flavour of you then committing with the Hierophant energy. This is all absolutely about new moon wishes and intentions. Your whole reading is. And the universe, your spirit team, is asking you absolutely emphatically to stop your busy life, press the pause button, because you can create almost like a new life for yourself. And the energy of this coming new moon in Sagittarius, or the next new moon for you when you watch this, is primed to assist you. This is your reading, Pile 1, and I am loving it. I am loving your energy. I'm loving your reading. I'm dead excited for you. I just feel that things can happen really fast for you, literally almost bingo, overnight. Just magic. So believe in the magic. I mean, that's what breath is all about. You know, we have no life without breath. It's life-giving. So this moon is life-giving for you, and a new life for you, if you wish, or any aspect of your world that you wish to transform. Beautiful souls, I've gone into the wishes and intentions bit a bit more in my webinar on the journal, the diary and the journal. So do check that out. And yes, Jan Spiller's book is amazing. Keep us posted in the comments. Do subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to get notification of any of my readings as soon as I post them. These are exciting times, especially for you guys. So thank you all for being here. It's a real honour to read for you. Tons and tons and tons of love, Pile 1. Hey Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This feels very consolidating. I really heard, as I drew this card at the start, something's coming together. And it's interesting because we have this butterfly transformation, so something emerging, it's kind of pulling itself together. This rune of Algiz, it kind of it asks us to be quite mindful of the power of our emotions, particularly at a time of new beginnings. You know, this rune often speaks of new opportunities, actually. And it's interesting, the shadow side of this card talks to us about if we get involved in something, if something is coming together, that we don't get too entangled, that we don't get swept along by it. So something coming together, but also at the same time, kind of making sure that we don't get swept along to the point where it sort of becomes an unhealthy kind of coagulation or something. Let's draw cards and see what this is showing us. Very interesting energy. Does feel like something very transformational is happening around you. Now we have 1, 2, 3 coming out for you. Okay, I think we'll go with that. Another. Let's draw from the Moonology cards too. May we please have a card for my beautiful Pile 2s, please. There is your card. Okay, so we have Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. Yes, okay. How interesting. Look at this. Hold your vision. Yeah, keep steady is what I'm hearing. Something is coming together. Don't be swept along by it. Hold your vision. Yes, gentle gardener, look at this. Beautiful. Let it emerge. Let it grow organically. Don't try to rush something here. It's coming together. There's an affirmation here. It's coming together. I mean, we are asking for guidance, immediate messages, and what's happening in your week. This is a weekly guidance reading. We have, how interesting, now we have Spark. This came out in Pile 1, so if you were drawn to Pile 1, it may well be relevant for you to check that out too. Okay, we have Follow the Leader. This is about you taking the lead in something, divine timing, and coming apart. How interesting, coming together, coming apart. You're navigating a transition of something here. Now this indicates something, so you're leaving something behind. I sort of feel like something has to come apart in order to come together. Don't be swept along by something. Hold your vision. I want to say all in good time. Divine timing, all in good time. There's something I feel immediately in front of you that actually you're not seeing. Seeing these two halves of something. Now it could be two sides to something. But there's something you're not quite seeing, there's an element or an aspect of something with coagulation. In a way, it says, look, something is coming together and it's something that you want. It's not coming together perhaps as fast as you would like, or there is a danger here almost that you could sweep it along and try and make it happen too quickly without paying attention to some sort of detail. With coagulation, if you pull something together too quickly, or you do it, if you build something and you build it shoddily, okay, then that kind of shoddy workmanship will show up later. It's like if you were building a house, you need to get the foundations right. So it isn't that something isn't moving forwards, it is. It's moving forwards, and it's moving forwards beautifully. You know, there is a pathway here of something that is going to really have a long-term future here for you. There's something in the long term you want. It's a long-term vision, and you should absolutely hold it and keep it in mind. What we think is what we create. But there's something about not rushing into something or attending to the detail, doing it properly. It will come together. It will absolutely come together. It will emerge. But like building that house, you need to do the foundation work properly, because then the house you build, which will happen, I think, very quickly, with this spark card, I think it will emerge. But for it to emerge, it's like doing the groundwork so that it doesn't come apart at a later date. This is what we're hearing here. This is your reading. Do the groundwork, cross the T's, dot the I's, pay attention to something, to the details, because if you do that really, really well, that foundation, if that foundation is built, whatever it is, it's like signing a contract. If you're going to sign a contract, don't just rush to sign it. Go through it. Every kind of finite detail, go through it, because if you don't go through it properly, something could then fall apart. This will come together, but it needs to come together solidly. And you will be able to follow your vision. You'll be able to follow through with something. Divine timing will be at work for you. But right now, approach this gently. Don't let your emotions carry you away to the point where you dive into something and rush through it and then realise afterwards you've got to go back and do it again, basically. Or you've got to, it will sort of, it's not on solid ground. That's really the first message that is coming through for you here. Let's ask more. I mean, this is your weekly guidance. May I please ask for more information from my beautiful pile 2s? I love these cards. Saying in pile 1, I'm absolutely falling in love with these cards. And that's your 3rd. There. We have, yes, 9 of Swords. Okay, super. I know this is not always a positive card, but I am just saying super because in this reading it's really, really holding a clear message. So we have the 9 of Swords, the Ace of Staffs, and the World. So this is a real reinforcement of what your cards are already saying, right? This isn't about worrying about it excessively. Okay, 9 of Swords, we can really go over and over and over something to the point where we're going around in circles. And I love that we have circles here and we have a circle here on the World card. This is the World in a traditional pack. Now, 9 of Swords. This isn't something to ruminate about. It's something to get really, really clear about. Again, pay attention to the details. Make sure you're on solid ground. If you make sure you're on solid ground, this is going to move forwards really powerfully well. I mean, look at this. It's very much a phallic symbol, the Ace of Staffs, and it's about power and energy and kind of thrust, actually. It's got that energy. This is going to move forwards for you very quickly. I mentioned pile 1, actually, that I would highly recommend it for you, actually. If you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend it. This can move forwards very quickly, and you can achieve the start to the finish. Ace of Staffs, beginning something, getting to the finish line with great joy and happiness. This can emerge very quickly if you wish it to. But it's about making sure that you pay attention to those details so that your dream, your desire, your vision can emerge and it can happen. And I think it can happen quite fast. It can transform, it can manifest. Coagulation is really about something pulling together and coming into form. Pay attention to the details. You need to do something correctly. And if you're approaching something and you know the details aren't quite right, like a contract, then don't go through with it. There'll be another. look at this, follow the leader, there'll be another contract. Divine timing is at work. So if something, you look at those details, yeah, just pay attention. Just paying attention to something to make sure this comes together really, really, really solidly and really well, and potentially fast. Let us ask for a bit more information. Yeah, if something isn't working, look at it, and if necessary, there'll be an alternative. Yes, so we have the Devil. This came out in pile 1 too. We have the Judgment. Okay, we have the Four of Cups. See this. I thought that was coming through too. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. How beautiful, sitting with us with the Ace of Wands. We then have the Knight of Swords, lovely. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, okay. This is really almost, I feel like it's a cautionary tale. That's what I feel like. One of those sort of like traditional fables, really. I think the Devil here has got his hand up because he's saying just stop here. Don't get entangled in something. Don't tie yourself to something, back to contracts and agreements. Don't tie yourself to something too quickly. Hold your vision and allow this to unfold so you can really look at the details. I think there's possibly pressure on you to or you may be even putting pressure on yourself to move something forwards. Something is being offered to you and you are to evaluate it. Press the pause button, sit down and evaluate it. What you want, your vision, you've got the world in your hands. We have the world here. This can happen. Your vision can happen. But can you see, bang in the middle, we have the Two of Swords with the blindfold. So it feels like something right in front of you could go one of two ways. So I think if you're too fast about it, it could sort of almost end up going backwards. Whereas if you take your time, press the pause button, don't entangle yourself, don't tie yourself into something too quickly, then your vision, your desire will come to you. We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is solid, real, earthy growth. So what you desire is coming. Your vision, hold your vision. But yes, there may be something that has to be, right at the start, I thought something that has to be let go of for something else to emerge. It may just be that there's adjustments in contracts, that kind of stuff. Or it may be that there is something that's on the table at the moment that isn't really the right one, but there will be something better. But this is all about really looking at that detail, knowing that your wish will come true. There's such an affirmation here. This will happen. It will happen in divine timing, but it's about really making sure that you pay absolute attention to the right details here. This is your reading, pile 2. I'm dead excited for you. I feel like I want to draw another card, just a sneaky peek into the future of your vision, really. Spirit, may we please just have a card of the future, please, here. May we have a card that highlights the potential future. The Lovers, you're going to love this. This is what you want. This is whatever you're manifesting. Whatever this is for you, obviously it's a general reading, so you have to take it, the energy that's right for you. You're going to love it, whatever you're manifesting. This also came out in pile 1, so I do actually highly recommend it for you. Beautiful souls, you are going to love the outcome. So pay attention, almost strategy. Be thoughtful. Rather than worrying, be thoughtful. Pay attention, and if something isn't quite right, don't let it get you down. Just make very clear choices. Beautiful souls, this is your reading. Keep us posted in the comments. I am so excited for you because you are going to get what you want, that there's a process to go through, and we're being shown this very clearly for this week for you, for this week's guidance from Spirit, from your team. Beautiful souls, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and if you want to get notification of any of my readings, press the little bell icon as well as subscribing. I have also, if you do check in on pile 1, I have webinars up now about manifesting with the moon, so do check them out. This is about how to use a moon diary and a moon journal in order to aid your process of manifestation, so do check those out. I am sending you all the love in the world. Just thank you for being here. It's such a privilege to be connected with you all. Tons and tons and tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Straight off the bat, I want to say go with the flow, with the rune of flow. Go with the flow. You're weaving something. I find it really fascinating that the spider in the card is this way up, and this one is this way up. If you hang the charm, if I was to hang this charm on a thread, and I think that's just remarkable to have 2 of these spiders. What are you weaving? What are you creating, pile 3? Whatever it is, I feel it's kind of, it's emerging. Go with the flow. I think some flexibility may be needed this week, whether you are going in one direction or another. Rotation. I almost feel like all roads lead to Rome for you. However you approach it, this is going to emerge. It's going to happen. But there may be more than one way of going about it. So this really is about going with the flow. Let's draw more cards before we say any more. May we please have information for my beautiful pile 3. May we have guidance for the week ahead, a message that needs to come through for them right now. May we have immediate guidance for the week ahead. And here. I think it is this one actually for you, out of those. May we please have guidance and information for the week ahead for pile 3. There's your card. Okay. Oh, you have 2. Okay. Communication is key. A win-win outcome. You see, you couldn't write it, could you? Doesn't matter which way you go, all roads lead to Rome. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so whatever you are manifesting, whatever you're working on, this is going to work. There's going to be more than one way of approaching it, I suspect. Communication is key. Let's see what these cards are showing us too. We have movement. Absolutely. This is going to happen. Go with the flow. It's going to come together. Do you know, I almost said this is going to come together. I almost absolutely said this will come together whatever happens. And what do we get? The come together card. Home. And we have sad embrace. Now we're going to need to find out what this is about. Yes. Okay, so let us put this. There's more than one way of doing this. Right. Let me line your cards up. Let me see. I'm going to draw some more cards around this. We'll do some clarification. Right. Something is coming together for you. That's for sure. I don't quite know where to place this card or quite where to place the extra. Isn't that interesting? I feel like it's like not quite knowing where to put yourself over something. You may find there is an interruption to something this week. Or you may feel that you're working on something and you might actually feel like it's not coming together. Okay? But actually it is. I think there may be a slightly, this is the go with the flow, be flexible. You may have to part company with something here. So it may be the way that something is being done, or there may be an interruption in your week, approaching it differently, something you're manifesting. it will come together. It does feel like all roads lead to Rome. We've got this incredibly positive, I almost feel like this is the win-win situation. It's like the coming home, the ultimate dream, that you come home to something. It's beautiful, beautiful image. The timing will be absolutely right. So, but there is the parting of, let's say, the parting of company of something. There is something that has to be possibly, that either interrupts or makes you feel like you're not. I feel like there's going to be something around that makes you feel like you're not on track with something when actually you are. Okay, I know that might sound a bit upside down and higgledy-piggledy. The rotation card, it always reminds me of the World card in the tarot, which is a completion but also a new beginning. Let's draw more cards. I particularly want clarifying cards around this because everything is on track for you. You know, you are in a win-win position where whatever you're manifesting, all roads lead to Rome. Yes, communication is the key. Maybe you're needing to see something from more than one direction. New moon in Gemini. Yes, there may be more than one perspective, which is why we've got the spiders. One's looking up, one's looking down. More than one perspective, more than one viewpoint that needs to be seen so that it's balanced. And once it's in balance, then it's going to move forwards and come together, and you're just going to arrive at where you need to be. Maybe you're also needing to make a choice this week over prioritising something. Like there's more than one way to go about this, or more than one pathway. All roads lead to Rome, but you sort of have to discard one in order to have the other. I'm having a really funny little thing coming into my mind, so I'm going to voice it because it's there and I trust what comes and what lands with me. I feel like it's like if you were going out, let's say there are two coats that you could wear, but you can't take them both with you and sort of, you know, maybe try and cover all bases in case it rains or snows or whatever. You have to choose one of the coats to wear. That's what I feel like. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. You're going to choose the right one, but you have to part company with one. You can't take both coats, as it were. There's something, you can't take two things on a journey. You can only take one. And everything will move forward. So maybe there is a choice that you're needing to make over something here as well. Right, let's draw more cards first. A choice to make. Maybe please have guidance and information, please, for pile 3. What is this seeing things from more than one direction? What's the sad embrace about? We have 2 cards, lovely. Let's look at these. We have 8 of Cups, and how interesting. Now this is actually the card of the Devil. Can you see, look, we have a window here. Now the Devil is in its energy, it's actually about liberation, in its highest vibration. It's about liberation from something. Choosing often to let something go, to cut cords. Yeah, so I am seeing you cutting in order to move forwards, to get to that final destination. It's almost like in order to go up, you first have to go down, or something along those lines. You've got to move forwards, actually, and leave something behind in order to then access the light through. I almost want to say the light at the end of the tunnel, looking at this window. So there's cutting cords with something, letting go of something. It could be something that you thought was going to work out, but it hasn't, or a route to something, but there's a better one or a different one. Or even you can't do everything, so go with the flow, be flexible. If you have to give your attention to something, there's going to be some choices around you this week. I'm seeing pile 3. But, as we said, a win-win outcome is forecast. Can we please have more information? Let's get some clarification for you here. Can we have clarification on Is this actually a decision, or is it a choice? Can we have clarification on what this is about? Okay, so we have the Fool. How powerful is that? And we have the Ten of Cups. Well, I am seeing what we're seeing. Goodness me. Wow. Wow, 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 and more wow. Okay, I'm seeing these two. And this. And that. And those. Lots of cards coming through for you, pile 3. Right, so first bit of clarification. This really is like setting forth on something, like a new venture, actually. And I think to set forth on a new venture, you have to leave something behind. It's like taking a risk. There's an amazing opportunity in front of you, actually. It is. It's the coming together, the movement forwards, the win-win outcome. But you have to let something go in order to kind of invest in it. There's something to be invested in, a choice to be made. You've got to let something go in order to get there. The Fool, how very interesting when I sort of said about, my apologies here, I'm messing the cards around. Rotation always reminds me of the World card in the tarot, which is the final card of the major arcana. But the World then leads back to the Fool again. The Fool is the starting point. So we start with the Fool, we get to a completion of the World card, and then we start again. I feel like you're needing to sort of almost like take a risk to sort of seize something you really want. Yeah, maybe there's some reticence about how to approach this, but there's something worthy of investing and moving forwards. So we see here the 5 of Cups, and we have the Death card. So we're seeing that movement forwards, again, that transformation. We have the Judgment, the Moon, the Lovers. And then we have the 2 of Wands, yes. Yeah. Beautiful souls, there is something you have to leave behind or let go of in order to proceed with something you're manifesting. This really is, the Flow rune kind of, it really acknowledges as well what I would call the ups and downs of starting a new life. When you're starting something afresh, it doesn't always run smoothly. Sometimes there's a few stumbling blocks. There is a choice to be made this week, really, for you. Something has to be let go of so that you can move forwards. Because there's a disappointment. I feel like I want to say there was a cherished dream, something you thought that you really, really wanted. And it doesn't quite work out, or it doesn't end up being, I don't know what it says on the tin or something. There's a parting of the ways. I'm kind of getting almost the imagining of, so I belong to a writers group, and one of the people in the group was saying, I thought it was absolutely lovely, she said, I'm not good at editing my work because I become too attached to my words. And she said, I know that I've got to slide that, like she said, I've built in a whole character into my book. And I realised at a certain point that this character isn't really serving a purpose. It's not really working for the storyline. That was where I was going on. And she writes very fluidly, very creatively. And she said, but I'm having real trouble cutting him out of the story, even though he's really not serving a purpose. And she's had editorial advice, and this has come through. And she just said, I'm too attached to my words, and I'm too attached to my language, and I'm too attached to this character. But I sort of, like she said, I know, having had the editorial advice, that maybe this belongs in another story somewhere else. But I need to sort of cut some of the wording out. And she said, I like my flowery words, but I can see that there's a purpose in editing. There's cutting away something here. Letting go of something that isn't relevant to this chapter of your manifestation. Something, and therefore flexibility is required. Everything here is saying there's a movement forwards. But there is a need to let go of something in order to make this happen. And I think you are feeling quite strongly about it. You know, do I go up or do I go down? Communication is the key here. really stop and think about it. Yes, something has to be relinquished. That's the gist of your reading this week, pile 3. Something has to be relinquished for you to then launch ahead and move kind of almost fast forwards. I think whatever you're manifesting, it's definitely possible. It would be like her knowing she can finish the book. This is really worthy of the investment. The Empress is about abundance. And the Death, transformation. But somehow a judgment call has to be made. And even if it feels a little bit emotionally difficult with the Moon, a bit of a deep dive, you know, there are choices to be made this week for you, or a choice to be made this week. And it's a very powerful choice because it's leading you to this future, to the movement, to the coming together, to the all roads lead to Rome scenario. Holding the world in your hands. So I said this is like the World card, holding the world in your hands, having the outcome, having the physical outcome of your desires literally in the palm of your hand, making it real. I'll put that up there actually. Let's draw a card to sort of get a bit of an affirmation in here for you. I do feel that your messages for this week are really clear, pile 3. There are some choices to be made, but the choices are leading to success. They're leading to the end goal. I just feel that there's something that you thought would be the thing you wanted, or an integral part, or a way of doing it, or a way of approaching it, that turns out not to be. And actually, even if it's disappointing, it's sort of had to happen because it's leading you to, you know, greener pastures, really. It's actually leading you to what you really want. Then we have a further card, or more information, or an affirmation, anything that Spirit would wish pile 3 to also know about. Perhaps a sneaky peek as to where this might be going. We have the World card. Well, you couldn't write it, could you? Ta-da! It's like, yes, you will get to this completion point. You will get to the end goal. In the case of my friend, if this were her reading, and to be fair, I'm talking about something she spoke of a long time ago, but if this were the case, she's going to get to the end novel. The novel will be finished and it will be spectacular. The story will end. This is a happy ending. Win-win. It's a happy ending, but something has to be, a choice that may be feeling a little difficult. A choice has to be made along the way, and that feels as though that's around you right now. But it's the right choice to make, and I think, you know, so there's flexibility, and it's not actually holding up the progress, interestingly enough. It's helping it. Because once you're free of something that is taking up sort of airplay and, you know, within your mind and your energy, once you're free of that, you can fast forwards, really. Everything can manifest much more quickly for you. Again, the timing will then kind of really be activated here. Movement, moving forwards fast. So it may be a difficult choice, and I'm sorry that if you are having to make what feels like a difficult choice, it may feel a bit tough or a bit disappointing, my beautiful pile 3s. But the moment you make that decision and you release that, the rest is going to fall into place really, really easily, and it's going to move forwards very quickly because your energy is then intact to make this happen. Pile 3, thank you so much for joining me. If this is resonating with you, do like, share, subscribe. If you want to get notification of all of my readings, I'm posting a ton of stuff at the moment, lots of extras about manifesting actually as well, because you know, manifesting with the moon, and I have webinars up and all kinds of really interesting stuff. So if you'd like to get notification of everything, do press the little bell icon as well as subscribe. And if you also want to check in on things like my other webinars and my manifestation tutorials, do just go to the homepage and look at the videos there. You'll be able to see everything as I upload it. Beautiful souls, have an amazing week. I'm sorry this feels like a difficult decision, but the outcome is really taking you exactly where you need to go. Pile 3, tons and tons of love, and I will look forward to seeing you really, really soon for another reading.